here I am. It's the on-campus kingpin. Yes, I am.
Eagle Sessions, Gayle Saunders talking the big L to the Dallas Cowboys. Our beloved Eagles lose 20-10. I don't know about you guys, but that was probably one of the most hardest games to watch. I mean, it was kind of ridiculous, embarrassing. You could keep it going on if you'd like. It's just tough to watch your team lose like that. You think about all the big L's that this team just lost. This L was on its own plateau in a sense that in those other games, the Eagles looked like they tried. Last week we thought first game jitters, okay. Two quarters of football that they played. Moving forward to this week, we're talking about 4 quarters of football that was hardly even played. Fourth quarter we scored 10 points, but that was not enough. You think about the start of this game versus the Cowboys, you want to get off on the right foot. You know, they make a nice little stop, but that ends up turning into 5 3-and-outs without a first down. 7 rushing yards on the day should explain to you what really went down versus the Cowboys. You know, up front they could do something to spring these guys open, but I really believe that our offense has become predictable. Teams are challenging us to pass. I mean, you think about the threats that we let go in the offseason. Jeremy Maclin, they let him go. Does he replace does Nelson Aguilar replace a guy like Jeremy Maclin right away? No. Does Riley Cooper? He's not even in the conversation. Jordan Matthews is a great weapon on intermediate routes, but you got to think about it. I mean, what does this receiving core bring to the table that it threatens any defense at this moment? Up front, we have 2 new guards, but in reality, you know, it's a matter of communication. You lose a guy like Evan Mathis, you lose a guy like Todd Hermans. You talk about the communication level that these guys have, knowing that the guy to the left of them or the right of them has their same mindset. That's what you get when you play with guys for a longer period of time. You know what that guy's going to do. I don't think these guys have that level of comfortability yet. It could happen down the road, but in the first couple games, you're seeing it. Are they battle-tested? It doesn't seem like they are battle-tested yet as a group. You see a lot of stunts that the Cowboys are running. It seemed like they were breaking up the flow of our sweeps. So obviously, it's a copycat league. You see other teams do stuff to the Eagles. Other teams are going to pick up on that and bring that into the next week until you show that you can stop it. Obviously, we need to open up the playbook. I mean, it was so predictable that you started to see what they were doing. I think, you know, running out of the shotgun, is it working? Inside zone reads with a quarterback who is not going to run is kind of silly. Opponents know that we are not going to run the ball with Sam Bradford. Did you see Sam Bradford run? Granted, last week was a rough week, but how long can we let this extend if he's not comfortable in the pocket? You saw during the game, you know, can we blame Sam Bradford fully for a lot of this? I mean, you can put some blame on Sam Bradford, but you also have to look around. There was a lot of drop passes. Jordan Matthews had some drops again. Zach Ertz, Riley Cooper. There were some drops, but Sam Bradford had an opportunity to score down by the goal line. Threw a ball to Zach Ertz. I mean, if you have the defender turned around, you throw the ball. That's a great idea. You throw it high and away. You threw it low on this particular play. Sean Lee basically had a gift right in his breadbasket. But to the left, Riley Cooper was coming open. So you got to blame Sam Bradford on those kind of situations where we have guys open. He missed Aguilar down by the goal line, probably around the 5, wide open. Threw it like 10 yards over his head. There were some missed opportunities, and that's what we don't expect from Sam Bradford. I woke up at 4 a.m. in the morning, could not sleep. Was just thinking about all this stuff that coulda, shoulda, woulda happened. If they would have done this, if they would have done this. start reading articles, trying to figure out what's going on with Kiko Alonso. The longest MRI update ever. Is, Kiko Alonso done? We're not sure. Michael Kendrick's hamstring injury, but he said he could be back next week against the Jets, so that's a positive. Hicks coming in, making a solid play, taking Tony Romo out for the season. Not for the season, but could be 8 to 10 weeks. Honestly, I think it's a time for this team to regroup. Like the shirt says, the Eagles have to be one team, one unit. Seems like a lot of guys are hired guns right now. I don't know if the team is gelling as fast as we'd like them to, but a team has to be a unit. They have to play as one. I mean, it's obvious that guys are still learning their place in this team, this offense, this defense. You look at the defensive unit, you think about how long those guys were out there yesterday. They've taken some shots, but obviously I think, there were some positives out there. I mean, Maxwell was out there on island, but by the end of the game, that dude was completely gassed. Last week, completely gassed. You guys have them out there for 40 minutes. The teams are going to get tired. Hamstrings are going to be pulled. There's so much to talk about in the sense of what went wrong, but it's obvious that either the league is catching up to Chip Kelly or the guys aren't executing. Now, you just can't. When you look back, you just think about the guys that were let go: Macklin, Harrimans. I mean, Evan Mathis. I mean, to me, the biggest was Evan Mathis. Guys are talking about how rough he's looked with Denver, but he's learning a different scheme. If he was here, it'd probably be a different story. Yeah, man, rough L. It has everyone questioning everything. Chip Kelly is evaluating everything and everybody, but obviously Chip Kelly has to start evaluating his scheme and not making his scheme the most important thing here. I would say trying to adapt to his players' skill sets. I think you have to pump the brakes. If the scheme is not working, you have to go somewhere else. So I think the Eagles have to regroup, and it's going to be a tough one next week against a tough Jets defense. But I think it's another physical team. So in that sense, Eagles versus physical teams have not been great in the last couple of years. So it's going to be a big test, a big show of emotion from the Eagles is imperative, because if they don't show up and the Eagles go 0-3, what will this fan base do? I mean, it's crazy even talking about it. But Eagle fans, what did you feel out there that had to be done? What are your biggest concerns moving forward? I'm just stuck here with questions, just like you probably at this moment. But DeMarco Murray, can we get the guy the ball? It's just watching DeMarco Murray out there. The dude showed a lot of heart. I'm not gonna even lie. One of the only guys out there that you saw playing with heart and emotion, hurdling dudes. Yeah, that's all I got for now. Eagle Sessions, living the dream, not as in Dream Team, but still living the dream. We got the Jets, baby. We got to come together as one.